Hello everyone, welcome back, and it is currently day 4 of the June IGTV challenge where I challenge myself to record a video a day for the month of June. And today's topic will be talking on following on from the topic of relationships into family. So when you are someone who has children with a mental health disorder, we know that it can be very troubling. Usually mental health disorders come up in 20s and in the teen years, so usually your child is quite grown up and usually partially independent, so it can be quite hard for one to get to know what's the illness that they're having, what you can do about it, and where you can seek help. Generally, it is best to listen in on your children, find out what it is that they're currently having that's causing them distress. There are issues such as depression, such as anxiety disorders. Some children may be having self-harm, some might be having suicidal thoughts, some might be having psychotic illness where they're having delusions and hallucinations. It is best to inquire gently, listen carefully, and lead them on to professional healthcare. Sometimes there is the urge in Malaysia especially to go and seek traditional treatment first. Now, I've had experience with Darul Shifa, and they are very good in the sense that they know when to refer to us for issues that are not really religious health issues. So if you think that this is some sort of religious issue that your child is having related to spiritual matters, but then you decide that to go and seek help, my most important thing to say is that if the professional at the religious center says that you should come and see a doctor, do not waste any time. They know what they're talking about, they know their field, we know ours, and it is an interplay between us. We both work together to help get the help that the person needs. So generally, if they suggest to come to a psychiatry center and seek help, don't go to another religious center and seek help there, but rather take them to see a general doctor as well, and maybe you can get a follow-on to a psychiatrist. So that is if you have a child with a mental health disorder. Then I wanted to add on that if the child is very young and you have worries that the child may have attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder or ADHD or autism, then the best thing you can do is, of course, once again, seek out a child psychiatrist to basically see if you can get a diagnosis for your problem rather than waiting on it, because this can lead to developmental delays in your child. So the sooner it's spotted, the sooner more can be done about it. So do not waste time. I think that's the best thing to tell parents is that 1, it's not your fault, don't blame yourself. 2, listen carefully, get them the help that they need as quickly as possible. All right, and the next thing that I want to talk about is what do you do if your partner or your spouse, say your husband or your wife, has a mental health disorder. Then it is best that you also seek treatment quickly. Treatment quickly in the sense that it can lead to a relationship breakdown if you wait too long with the mental disorder, trying to help the partner weather out. So say they are anxious, say they're depressed, say they're having panic disorders, then the thing is that you might want to try and see if your support can get them through it. But I would say wait no more than a 2-week period. If they can't get over the hump, maybe it's time to go and seek professional help. Don't wait for it to bring strain on your relationship with your partner. Rather, seeking help earlier is something that you can do. Your partner the support that they need, but also take the burden off yourself, and also you can get training when you go to these places on how to support your partner better. Alright, so then I wanted to cover next, after your spouse or your partner, I wanted to cover what do you do if you have a parent with a mental illness. Now, parents with mental illness can lead to a situation where you as the child might have to look after your parent, especially if it occurs at a very young age for you, that you might actually have to take up a carer role to your parent. This can be very stressful and troubling for most young people, and it can be something that is a burden on your time and your capacity to basically look after yourself. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that remember, go back to those basics that I told you about earlier. Remember to, if you smoke or you take hard drugs, you gotta quit. You gotta look after your own mental health, get plenty of exercise, make sure that you have appropriate diet and plenty of water, get 8 hours of sleep a night, and also manage your stress. Then start to worry about looking after your other family member, your parent who is also unwell. So you also have to remember to look after yourself first and then only look after somebody else. It's like they do in the airports or on the airplanes, where they say put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you attend to anyone else. That is generally the best course of action. So that's it for the topic of family today. I'll be moving on to day 5 tomorrow, where I will just be doing a quick sharing session with you guys about my experiences recording for the past month on the Facebook challenge that I did before. So I hope you all join me for the following episodes, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.